question. Muslims and non-Muslim alike, they live in a state of confusion. It's come to a point where people don't believe anything anymore, and I refer here to what they hear in the news. We know that, or they know that most of what they hear is most probably going to be lies, fabrications. We now hear of fake news, even though the concept is as old as the printing press, if not even older. What guidance can Islam offer to such Muslims and non-Muslims alike in these times of confusion?
My experience has been, and at the age of 76, I do have some experience in the world, and I have traveled, I've been blessed to travel extensively. Is that yes, you are correct, that there's a large part of the world of Islam out there which is asleep. And part of it is misguided. But the good news, which warms my heart, is that as I travel in the world, and now that we have the internet, we're able to go over all the walls and roadblocks that they established to prevent our word from reaching the people. I am amazed of how our young people in particular, our young people are able to grasp the truth and recognize the reality of the world today. And in some instances, they listen to me and then they advance my thought. And then I look to say, MashaAllah, look at that. Look at this thinker, this young man who is thinking. And nowhere, I have found it, yes, amongst, in France, the Arabs in France who have migrated from Algeria and Morocco and Tunisia and so on, and they've been flocking to me. I have found from amongst them this cutting-edge capacity for thinking. And to my surprise, I found native Frenchmen, French people, who have become my students, and who are also capable of this same capacity to think in depth and recognize the truth. I used to see it also in Malaysia and in Indonesia, but not as sharp as in France. And now that I don't know about the United States, because I left the United States 2 weeks after 9/11, and I never set foot again over there. Yeah, but over the last 1 year, I've been visiting Britain. I came here 1 year ago to see my grandson, because I was 75 years of age, and my grandson was going to be 4. I had never seen him, and I was afraid I might die without ever seeing my grandson. I didn't know what the British government would do if I were to set foot in Britain. I'd never come to Britain for about 15 years or more. So I took a chance. I took a chance to come so I could see my grandson. And many people, of course, criticized me for that. Never mind, I wanted to see my grandson. But when I came to Britain 1 year ago, it was something absolutely amazing. I never even dreamed that it was possible. I found that enormous appetite amongst the young people in Britain, the young Muslims in Britain, born here, an enormous appetite to understand the reality of the world today. And they were flocking to me from all corners. And more than that, I found the scholars of Islam, who were graduates of the Darul Uloom in this country. And while the schoolboys who managed the masajid, the management committee, while they were closing the doors of the masjid for me, there were so many imams, so many maulanas, so many scholars who are flocking to me, who want the knowledge of what is the reality of the world today. They were impressed by the methodology that was taught to me, how to use the Quran, how to study the Quran to be able to understand the world today. Its political reality, its economic reality, its monetary reality. And this is a good sign that while one part out there is asleep and another part is misguided, there is another part which is fresh, young, vigorous and exciting in their thirst for this knowledge. That's a good sign.